Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome back to Deathmark. Previously we encountered the bees, but we managed to escape just before we got stung. A mark bearer in the cottage. We quiet the bees with a spray and find a second cottage in the forest, no corpse inside this time, but a living woman named Christy, a former news anchor. Seems she came to commit suicide, but getting caught with this and our circumstances changed her mind. Oddly enough, she already bears the mark. What irony. She most likely got her mark from Shimi-O. While we're discussing it, the flashlight goes out, and it's not malfunctioning. It's just like with Hanahiko, a presence is closing on the cottage. We have to get out of here. We have no time to explore and we definitely can't get lost. The shortest route back to the forest entrance is the only way. Temporary retreat. Somehow we got the car started and we spit out of the forest. Before we make it out, we spot two men, one of them familiar. It was Kimura, his neck twisted awkwardly. He seemed dead. The man beside him was smiling. Was that Shimi-O? The disembodied voice says, controls those that are different and exercise them. Easy for them to say, how do I even do that? We learn another truth on the drive back to the mansion. Mashita, who skipped the mark once already, now has it again. It appeared when he saw what we think is Shimi-O. It's true then that the spirits are the ones cursing people with the mark, but it's beyond me why Mashita would risk his life to learn more about the mark. He must have some kind of reason. I don't know, maybe to solve the case? Back at the mansion, Christy tells of an incident in the forest she reported on back when she was an anchor. 5 years ago, a group of people calling themselves the honeybee family lived cut off from the society deep in the forest. That is till one day when they mysteriously committed mass suicide. News reports said they become disillusioned with society and followed their leaders' orders to die, but the police investigation was inconclusive. The problem lies with the appearance of the leader who is said to have died with them. Christy says pictures of him show him to be a giant obese man. The mass suicide caused the forest to become quickly deserted. This honeybee family group concerns me. There were traces of their presence everywhere in the forest. If we want to survive any unexpected dangers and chance encounters with Shimi-O, we need to be careful not to overlook a single detail in this investigation. So that's the lore. Trick Christy. There's someone new. We come to the forest entrance once again. That man is gone, it seems. I look at the old picnic table. What was Shimi-O doing back then? Making a corpse sit next to him. It's almost like he was having a picnic. See, I told you. The body was like it was propped up, or maybe he was like having a drink beforehand. It's almost like a mockery. Did he just want a friend? What do you mean? Nothing, sorry. Just talking to myself. Don't worry about it. Let's go. We haven't learned anything about him yet. I tried changing the subject, but I still can't stop staring at the picnic table. It's a bench at the table that man was sitting at. There seems to be something on it. I shine the flashlight on and it sparkles gold. It's a glass container with a metal lid. Honey? I carefully pick up off the bench. Yeah, ball of honey. I can't believe you're willing to touch that. That's where he and that corpse were. Maybe it's a gift. No, it's probably more like he just forgot it. Just then, I see something lying on the table itself. It's a cap from a soft drink. The inside of it is still wet, but I don't see the bottle itself anywhere. Did he throw it away? Stop polluting my forest with your suicides. I just want to live with my bees in peace and murder people. That's so much to ask? Let's check this container out, you never know. My fingers hit something hard. Okay, empty bottle. Yeah, see, it threw it out. There's something else too. I pick it up. It's a crumpled piece of paper. With the family fun play catch. Liquid got on sticky. Bees gather over and over. Game interrupted. That's all it says. It says a diary draft or something. Honeybee family draft. This ghost, if you would even call it that, seems to be relatively... Is it very physical and kind of smart, which is not a good thing. I guess it's a little closer to a Jason-style ghost than any other kind of thing. So we revisit the area we were in before. And hopefully not die. So the left led to that weird house. What's to the right? Is this the shrine? The buzzing of bees fills the area. Looks like there's another giant beehive here. It probably wouldn't be wise to keep going without doing something about them first. I take out the sprayer and hold it in one hand. I should be able to use it to spray drugs. I don't think we have any more, stuff. Because... Watch. Yeah, so I think we gotta go back to the creepy house. And just wait, go back this way really quick. I just want to confirm something in my head. Yeah, this is the shrine with the super bees. We've come back to the Torii Gate again. This place is full of beehives. Using the sprayer could calm them, but... There's a hive above the gate, too. There's no way I can spray up there. Oh, then I suppose it's impossible. Let's just go home. True enough, but... That time the rabbit brought me here, it didn't try to go inside the gate. So maybe there's no reason to force our way inside. The swarm descends on us again. Hey, watch out! We leave the gate as if being driven away. So let's go in. We gotta find every little beast trail. Oh, notebook, honeybee family notes. Oh, but a notebook when most of the pages have been ripped out. That is anything useful. Did I already rip this one apart? It looks like maybe a mouse chewed a hole in this plastic container. It's unusable. Cabin's full of bottles. Everything's coated in fin. Layer of dust. Search for little containers and gather the ones that still have something in them. Night times triple. Whoa! Who? Should we be ready for our life? Are we about to die? Why is our characters not reacting? What an accessory case. This exquisitely crafted case of jewelry and some looks how placed sitting in this cottage. Take it. It's free loot. Carefully preserved torn notebook pages inside. It's a holy journey, performed in a quiet place. In the area past the meeting place, there is a clue about how to get to paradise. The eastern thicket often... Notes triple. So now we will use sprayer. Take out the night and put it in the sprayer. Take careful aim and spray the drug. Night. Eventually the hive falls completely silent. That's one bottle. I've silenced every hive in this area, now we can pass through. Pesticides are bad for you. You know what else is bad for you? Killer bees. And drills. Be careful not to breathe any in, you'll get asthma. I hear creaks and groans along with the rustling of leaves. Uh-oh. So, look at the map. Dead end to front and right. Whoa! That's why there's nooses everywhere. The sweet fragrance. What the hell? The sweet fragrance wafts on the wind from somewhere in the darkness. At my feet are what looks like beehives. Oh, there's more there than there. This must be all what remains of a bee farm. It's weird that something like this is here of all places. Well, may as well have a look around. You not gonna comment on what's above? We're not commenting on this? Dangling from the tree are human corpses. The skin is white as wax. Countless holes are drilled into the bodies, and the bees are buzzing in and out of them. They're also all three of them very swole. Like perfect Adonis bodies. There's kind of an interesting, I would say, it's not... It's a weird little sexual thing, this horror. I think it's intentional. It kind of aligns with the whole body horror aspect, I guess. My mind flashes back to the corpse in the cottage. It's just like that woman. Christy is looking away. How horrible. Why would anyone do this? The beehive at my feet starts to rattle. Bees! Oh! A bleached black cloud suddenly rises up, overwhelming my vision. Something invades my eyes and nose. It's a swarm of bees. Oh god, this is horrible. Eek! No! Stay away from me! Live or get bead. Even more bees are coming from the hives. Which hive should I close first? How would I know? Southern hive. I rush to the hive and somehow manage to close the lid. But... oh god. Bees are coming from all sides. Oh yeah. Left and right. I'm dying! The bees! How do I tell which ones are more active hives? Maybe I was supposed to look at them before I looked at the bodies. Have the hive and close the lid. Oh, just do me in. Just get it over with. I'm going out like the Wicker Man. My entire body is prickled by stingers. Baga! My vision darkens immediately. Buzzing wings serve as a lullaby as I drift off to eternal sleep. Game over. Play again, Crash. Nothing seems out of ordinary. Looks like a normal beehive. Feel the beehive. No, there's nothing that tells me which hive is more active. Is that a guessing game? I rushed to the hive and somehow managed to close the lid. I heard the disgusting sound of bees being crushed. Seems I was able to stop their attack. Safe. In the center hive. To be stubborn. That's the only thing I can figure out is the logic to it. You start at one of the side ones, and then you move to the other ones, so that way the bees don't swarm on both sides. I don't see any other clues to it, unless I'm really dumb temporarily. Close Western Hive. carefully sneak close to the hive and manage to close the lid. The lukewarm liquid spurts everywhere like a grape bursting in my hand. I succeeded in closing the hive right before the bees burst out of it. Safe from bees. Hey, whoever cares about the ghosts? These are like actual natural dangers. If I close all the hives, the bees finally quiet down. I would hope they quiet down. That was close. Yeah, you're telling me. We crouch there for a while until we catch our breaths. There are countless holes drilled in them which the bees used to go in and out. The inside of the holes seem to have a spiral pattern, must be made intentionally. A thick liquid drips from them. The smell, well, I can't describe how horrible it is. The bees are gathering on it. What is that liquid? It seems that liquid attracts bees. If I had a suitable container, I could gather some of it. Throw a baseball at the beehive. What could go wrong? That'd be a smart thing to do. Your empty bottle. I take out the empty bottle and gather some of the dripping liquid in it. Got stinky liquid. Feel the bees. No, same dialogue as looking. Wait, no. Corpse clutches something in his hand. I pry open the stiff fingers. Got cottage key. Interesting. The bit that keep my bag, my wrist burns in pain. Uh-oh. The bark burns scarlet. Dawn. Half an hour left until death closes in. I felt this before. Cold sweat drips down my back. I suddenly remember what happened at the elementary. The mark symptoms accelerated and the person of me began acting strangely. Hey, Christy. I spin around and look at them. What? She stares at me, puzzled. Are you feeling okay? Yes, I feel perfectly normal. We need to hurry, you know. Right. It doesn't seem like she's changed at all. I don't understand what's going on, but if she's fine, that's great news. Abandoned human bee farm. Oh, ball drugs among the swarm. Wow, we actually got... Sweet dreams are made of... Labels a warning on it. Do not mix. Dangerous. Mixing sweet dreams and night-night is extremely dangerous for family. Could not be used with sprayer. In the beehive, but then the bees are just crawling around inside silently. In the beehive, the bees are just crawling around silently. Okay, let's save. Alright. Human bee farm. We discover a horrific bee farm of corpses strung up as beehives. Body fluid and honey mix dripping from the corpses. It's disgusting, but we could easily fill a vial of how much is there. The morbid thoughts need to wait. My mark warns me the time is short. Will amnesia get worse? Shimi-O could be closing in on us right now. We have to hurry. I hate that thing. Okay, so make a left to the other dead end. Anything here? Hello? 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 There's a figure growing straight ahead. It's rather dense, so there's no way to see what's past it. Let's just go past. I press through the thick undergrowth. And there's a small clearing inside. The path might keep going. I realize something as I continue down it. Ghost! I can feel someone staring at me from the bushes. Here we go again, asked my partner. Please try it. Oh, me? I guess I'll have to. She faces the figure and offers up a prayer. Ah. The figure vanishes. It disappeared? It seems her desperate prayer worked. Thank goodness. It didn't possess me. Good job. Let's keep going. This is somewhere new. Huh, that one's got a little bit more of a defined face. The Jizo statue is damaged from being exposed to the elements for so long. Blood in this one. Use the Kochki to open the door. Oh god, there's another body in here. An overly sweet smell permeates the inside of the Koch. I know who it is. It's gonna be the old man. I'm pretty sure it's... honey, huh? My eyes fall on the white object that was carelessly left lying around. That can't be. Don't tell me you're thinking about opening that. Of course I am. I'm curious. The viewers need to see. I have to check it out. We don't have much time left. First, covenant with the gods. Just tear it right out. Your family won't die after dreaming if the betrayer comes. Wake them up and hit them. Do it until they calm down. Be careful, everyone. When they wake up, family is only human. Looks like some useful information. Damn right you should rip it out. Don't even give me the option. Just tear that thing out. Why do I want to, like, not have it? That makes us inside the small box. The outside's covered in something that's horribly sticky. I'm trying to isolate only the books. So buggy novels are unreadable. The light bulb. All the bottles look cracked or damaged. I don't think I can use them. Small container. Ugly lady's written in a faded marker. That must be someone's idea of a prank. I open up the container. Inside is something that looks like a dried tree root. Dried root. There's a scrap of paper stuck to the tree root with wire. Everyone's gone. I'm all alone now. I want to see everyone. But my head is so foggy I can't remember now how. I think the last thing I need to do is combine those two, but... A big burlap sack is slung against the wall. It is incredibly lumpy, making it easy to determine it's holding something. Just then, something inside the bag moves. They're alive? Keeps squirming intermittently. Why is it moving? A cold sweat breaks out my forehead. I hastily reach for the mouth of the bag. Holding my breath, I slowly open it. A sickeningly sweet smell hits us. No, it wasn't moving after all. It's a corpse currently becoming a beehive. It's completely unrecognizable at this point, but I don't really know who it is. This is going into that real body horror stuff. Masa Kimura, who was sitting on the bench with Shimi-O and wanted to commit suicide. That can't be a beehive? Honeybees are burrowing to the holes all over his body, diligently making their hive. The faint noise we'd heard coming from the bag must have been the buzzing of bees. This is beyond insane. It has to be the work of Shimi-O. Once it's complete, another objet d'art will be added to the repulsive bee farm. Just then I noticed some objects stuffed in next to the corpse. The mismatched items seem almost like burial accessories for the dearly departed. Got tennis ball, large ball, night times 3. Daze the swarm, then you'll be safe. Daze the swarm. Can't do that with what I've found so far. We return Marcel's corpse to the bag. I'd like to give him a proper burial, but there's no time for that right now. Hey, can I say something? Christy's expression is grave. Her face is flushed with shame. I know full well that it's far too late to be saying this, but... I can't stand it. I can't take any more of this. If you run into this monster, no way I will be able to do anything. I'm not kidding. Whatever I said on TV, it's totally meaningless here in this forest. Sorry, but I can't help you anymore. I know this is out of the blue, but I thought it was now or never. I really am sorry, but I just can't do this. Christy stumbles over multiple apologies. No, there's nothing to apologize for. It's normal in situations like this. You know, just go home and die. Any regular person would react the same. Hell, everyone would want to run as far away as they could. But her confession carries a dangerous consequence of its own. If at some point I end up fighting the spirit like I did at H Elementary, could she handle being my partner? Info was added to Spirit File Reunion of Kimura. Kimura turns up at another cottage, dead. His corpse covered in gruesome holes dug out by a sharp object is now a beehive. What the hell would someone use a human body for that? Because they're evil. This whole thing is insane. Tomorrow I could be next. Then I hear the voice again. Days a swarm, and you'll be safe. Who knows what we found with the corpse means. Dang it. Dang, there's a lot of bees. There's never giant beehives here. It probably wouldn't be wise to keep going about doing something about them first. I take out the sprayer and hold it in one hand. Should be able to use it to spray drugs. Let me save. I never know when Shimi-O is going to appear. Got 3 of them this time. But we do got plenty of night-night. Spray all of them. Spray this one. Spray this one. Okay. I missed a dialogue there by skipping through. It didn't seem like it was probably too important, so it is what it is. I think there is... I'm not sure if I can check a memo, not memo rather, but the text log. Let me see. No. Not in this kind of, situation. What? 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 Jiminy crickets. Let me save again. Trio of women's corpses have been turned into hives. A buzz of bees fills the air. Drugs should easily be able to reach it. Actually, wait, I'm too close. We shouldn't breathe in this stuff. Got night-night, put it into the sprayer. Take careful aim and spray the drug. Bees' movements get slower. Eventually the hive falls completely silent. To the ball of night-night. Large bottle. And regular night-night. An indescribably horrible smell is coming from the thick liquid dripping from the holes. Nothing else really stands out. This is the end of the path of meetings. This might be the area past the meeting place mentioned in the note. We push through the undergrowth and find a beast trail leading to the east. A hidden trail. Why would something like that be? We better be careful. Yeah, I know. Then, ghosts again. Ghost of man suddenly stands blocking her way, silently staring. The figure is glaring harshly at me, but only me. Me? I can't do that. But when she faces a figure and offers up a prayer... Dang, you're like a ghost propeller. The figure vanishes. Oh, thank goodness. I guess the ghost was glad to see a woman. Looks like my prayer got through to them. Prayers come in handy sometimes, huh? Let's keep going. Maybe the ghost just recognized her. Let me check my stats real quick. Spirit power 11. I mean, it's higher than me. Intelligence high, dexterity power low. What's this? Withered plant. Looks like the flower was blooming and the leaves are distinctly pointed. I pick up the plant and inspect it, but nothing seems out of the ordinary about it. The root is still firmly lodged into the soil. The plant does nothing. Use the baseball. No, broken crowbar. Take out the broken crowbar and thrust it into the dirt by the plant's base. The dirt is softer than I expected. The point end easily breaks it up. Finally I get to the root. Kinda looks like a small carrot. Got plant root. Huh? What are you going to do with that? There was a note about a root. It's a beehive. Doesn't look like it's being used anymore. There aren't any bees anywhere. They're safe. Carefully open up. Inside is a folded scrap of paper and something that looks like incense. Got suicide note, mosquito repelling incense. Interesting. Unused beehive. Like the teachings, apply honey and manage to swallow it. Wait for me, everyone. I'll be there soon. So they used honey for the suicide? Then we have the other one. Let's see. We have a note here. Plant root. Dried root. Combine those two. Combine the two roots. And then we need to, let's go down south. And we're going to switch you out because you already told us that you were in fact a walking death trap. I need a new partner. Come with me. Night-night. I take out the night-night and put it in the sprayer. I take careful aim and spray the drug. The bee's movements get slower. Eventually the hive falls completely silent. There's a ball of drugs inside the beehive. Good morning times too. Good morning, good morning. Oh boy. The market's dyed a deep crimson. Sunrise, a few minutes left until death closes in. Dawn on the final day. The mark scorches me again. Looks like we're out of time. I brace myself and glance over at Mashita. Mashita, I'm counting on you. Sorry, this is gonna hurt. What? I slapped Mashita's face. That did the trick. Nice hit. Now clear your head a little. He's coming. We have to go. We'll do everything we can, but you have to do as I say. Right. You can count on me. I proceed to lead Mashita into the darkness. Drifting on the wind from somewhere is the meltingly sweet fragrance of honey. You feel Sespero? Facing Shimi-O. Whoa! Bees! Jesus. Jiminy, you're like the boomer from Left 4 Dead, both like honey and bees. Sleeping flies at us in the dark. A sharp pain pierces my arm and used to cover my face. I think I got stung by a bee, even we're not allergic. Bees swarm around Shimi-O as he draws closer. I won't survive being attacked again. Handgun, broken crowbar, baseball bat. Quick, shoot him repeatedly till it dies. Let's see. Throw a ball. Oh, you combine the liquid with the ball and you throw it, so it distracts the bees. I pour sticky liquid over the ball and throw it. Shimi-O incites the bees. The bee cloud rushes at the ball. They must be reacting to the smell of the liquid on it. The bees swarm the ball. They look like a dense black cloud. Tennis ball. I pour sneaky liquid over the tennis ball and throw it. Shimi-O incites the bees. The bee cloud rushes at the ball again. I guess the second ball was effective too. Oh, that's what you look like. Morning. I spray Shimi with the drug and shoot him with the handgun. Shimi-O was wounded. I cut open his giant body and a bittersweet smelling liquid pours out. Not a traitor. Shimi-O bends over backward, moaning. Liquid sprays from the holes in his body. Shimi-O falters. Do I do it again? Just go with the drug and shoot with the handgun. Shimi-O is wounded. Shimi-O revs in pain, his body jiggling. No, I don't want to wake up. Shimi-O hollers in pain as the bullets hit what doesn't seem to be enough to beat him. Shimi-O is weakened. Shimi-O is clearly weak. Now it's the time to finish him off. Double roots. Plant root. Dried root? No, the dried root is probably bad. Because it's dried, see. Before hunting the plant root thrown in Shimi-O's mouth. He initially tries to expel it, but seems to realize something and gulps it down quickly. Now let the plant to what they use to commit suicide. He happily stuffs his cheek with the honey-coated root. I can finally see my family. So yeah, the plant was the poison they took. He claps his foot on the ground, the deadly poison having invaded his whole body. Then the dry root could have been... He maybe failed to commit suicide in time, so he died later than everybody? His face is frozen into a peaceful smile, like a kid who's just eaten a delicious meal. The bees continue to hover around the still Shimi-O. So the bees themselves represent like looking for a family, because it's like a hive. I don't sense Shimi-O anymore. Took long enough. Mashita's back to normal. His mark appears to have vanished. Mine is... still branded red on my arm. Then Shimi-O wasn't the one who gave it to me. I mean, how many spectral people have you met? Just saying, that's probably the doll. I'm calling it. But I kind of figured that'd be the case. How do we even know the doll belongs to the person who died and owns the house? We're just going by what she's told us. From what I can tell, when mark bearers confront the spirit that cursed them, they suffer extreme memory loss. That's why Mashita was acting strangely. I myself didn't have any problems, so Shimi-O wasn't the right spirit. Something is lying on the path. It's a small notebook. The cover's wet, the light of the flash would make it glitter. It could be honey. Did this belong to Shimi-O? Where did he hide this? Okay, now I really don't feel like touching it. Yashigi, something's on the ground. It seems Mashida has absolutely no intention of picking it up. Pick it up, you pleb. You civilian. I give up and bend down to grab it. Flipping through the pages, it appears to be a diary. Save it for when we get back. We need to get out of here. Yeah, you're right. We carefully retrace our steps back to the entrance so we don't get lost. Huh? Without warning, the light dies. More than one ghost? Hey, what are you doing? This isn't the time for jokes. It's not me. Well, the whole place is damn haunted now that I remember. What's going on? It won't respond. An icy cold shiver runs down my spine. I'm suddenly overwhelmingly afraid, like the dark force is trying to absorb my body. If I could just get the light back on. If we just had it back, I'd feel so much better. I hit the switch repeatedly, silently praying. Just a malfunction. Is that where a bad end would have occurred? Yeah. Once we get back to the mansion, we better replace the batteries. Let's get a move on. We'll be in trouble if it goes out again. We hurry all the way out and get in the car. Yo, you're back. Huh, you did it. My mark's totally gone. But my mark is still there. See, that's why your memory wasn't getting affected. What does this mean? Christy hysterical, clutching her head. What the? We're in water over our head when it comes to spirits. Let's check in with Mary. It appears you overcame your fear and cleared away the grudge. It is unfortunate that Shimi-O was not the one who bestowed your mark. Good news is that at least Lord Sho and Lord Mashida's marks vanished. A question. I get why my mark didn't go, but why hasn't Christy's? I thought she got from Shimi-O. The hypothesis is incorrect. What I mean to say is, another spirit must have given her her mark. I don't want to believe it. But it's true Christy hadn't been in her right mind when we met her. It's definitely possible that she hadn't realized she had it already. Lady Christy received her mark fairly recently. Her memory is currently unaffected. But if she were to come into contact with the spirit that cursed her, her amnesia may accelerate. So please exercise care. See, we forgot our name when we arrived at the mansion. So that's why I'm wondering, like I said, Mary's the one. Because she is a talking doll, let's be honest here. That's pretty haunted. Her amnesia would get worse. That would explain Mashida's strange behavior before we fought Shimi-O. Hey, old man. It's been bugging the hell out of me. But man, your hands are gross. Of course they are. I'm touching honey. I did spend a whole day walking all over a mountain. What do you expect? Okay, yeah, but you really reek too. Did you touch something gross? I think he's talking about the honey in your hands. From picking up the notebook. I never did read that honey-covered notebook, did I? I take out my bag and open up the sticky pages. Inside it talks about honeybee family, what they did in our ideologies. I can't tell if Shimi-O wrote this or someone else, but the incoherent writing spells out their fanatical faking hatred for society. If only they were like bees. It's fascinating as a normal psychology, but it doesn't bear relevance to our current problem. The offer seemed extremely pious. Multiple pages beeswax, about H shrine. They seriously believed we'd face divine wrath if the shrine fell to ruin. Maybe it's true. All the suicides in the forest, the numerous horrifying incidents. According to the offer, they're all because of the divine wrath of H shrine. H shrine. Divine wrath. Strange. That part sticks out to me. After I finish skimming through, I tell the other mark bearers what it says. Ugh, enough of that crap. Divine wrath curses? It's too much. So yeah, it is kind of like Ghostbusters in a weird way. Guess I can't write it off then. It's no more ridiculous than the ideas that spirits really exist. We're dealing with the supernatural, so just about anything fair game. Divine wrath? If that's true, then... It is almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. I'm sure all of you are tired from walking on the mountain. I haven't been this wiped out since the last time I was at baseball club. Sorry, but I gotta go crash. Later. Too much has happened today. I need a break from it all. I'll think about the future more once I've gotten some rest. Well, good night. Hey, Yashiki. I've decided to leave tomorrow, too. I'll miss you! No. Change your mind. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, I'm satisfied. That big string of missing persons cases the Force couldn't solve. I figured out what was behind it. And I've basically closed the honeybee family case I've chased for years. The truth you're seeking can be found here, huh? Mary's something else, isn't she? I can finally visit someone's grave. His expression is still the same, but it feels like he's more at peace. He accomplished what he set out to do. Hey, Yashiki. This whole thing is too dangerous. I'm reckless, but that doesn't mean I don't care if I live or die. Sticking my neck out for you past this point is just too risky. Sorry. You'll be back. They all come back. A tremor runs through his clenched fist. If you manage to escape your death, I'll buy you a drink sometime. See you. Now, Lord Yashiki, please inform me once you're ready to rest. Good night. New info was added. Oh boy, it's a lot of pages here. Facing Shimi-O. Someone stares from the darkness and I feel them drawing near. With the state of my partner's mind, the spirit will attack soon. I doubt we will be able to escape Shimi-O by fleeing the forest, so we'll just have to use the info we've uncovered so far to face him down to do that. They keep giving me the whisper of control, those are a different exercise. It probably means to combine those things. Shimi-O has the bees helping him, so I should prioritize them. Days of swarm. Gotta draw their attention somehow. Maybe my bag has something to affect the bees from a distance. He's basically a zombie, so how to weaken him? A normal attack with a battered gun would be useless. Well, I wouldn't give her some kind of cult here that can raise the dead. Whoops. How to annihilate the spirit? Burn with fire? Make something more cowardly like poison. Regardless, I need to consider everything carefully in order to survive. Truth behind Shimi-O. The spirit vanishes and honey-covered notebook lies on the ground. A certificate is pasted into the first page. Registration of the non-profit Honeybee family with an address within H City. It was signed 8 years ago. Their goal is environmental protection of honeybees and their habitats. Their leader's name is Shinzo Amaro. Is that Shimi-O's true name? The pages after that are full of incoherent ramblings. Most is about memories of the honeybee family and the torment they endured from society. It's as if the family's pent-up resentment spews out with every word. The further I read, the more I notice there's a weird shift in the writing. The deeper into the pages I go, the more childish and nonsensical it turns. See, I found another suicide victim. Divine wrath is accelerating. Spoke with voice at the shrine again. Divine wrath comes. Must love bees more, or no promised land that's no good. A traitor among family, disinherited sacrifice. Shrine and me happy. Hate the police. Almost ready to discard bodies soon. Last day, everyone went to Promised Land. Why? Why? Am I the only? Oh, body, not enough holes. Need more. For whatever reason, Shimi-O didn't die during the family's mass suicide. I wonder why. Does that mean the voice from the shrine was a hallucination, some kind of divine wrath turned him into a monster? And the traitor policeman from the journal. It must be somehow related to Mashita. No time to check now. Ah! So they had an infiltrator. So that was what Mashita was trying to hunt down, what happened to them. Then Shimi-O... It's either the dried root was a failed suicide, like the wrong plant, or it was literally just magic. Magic made them the monster. Tried putting 2 drugs over Shimi-O. For 2 minutes it's over him. As he mixed together, they begin to bubble, reacting violently with each other. Shimi looks up and the poisonous fumes as he's trying to gasp for breath. He's unable to escape the gas and the forest shakes as he wails his death cry. At last, his huge body crumbles to the ground and his movement ceases. I really like the violent outcomes. I know they're the bad, but I just like them. They're very satisfying. His honey-covered drill rattles as it rolls across the ground. Yeah, but see, the body didn't dissolve this time. It just died. That's bad. No one says Shimi-O anymore. Huh, serves you right. Shio is back to normal. His mark appears to have vanished. Mine is... still bright red on my arm. And Shimi-O wasn't the one who gave it to me. But I kind of figured that'd be the case. Let's see if there's similar dialogue. Skip through. Things lying on the path. Small notebook. Damn, that's gross. All yours, old man. Thanks. Let's see. We carefully retrace our steps back to the entrance so we don't get lost. We check the log real quick, too. See if there's anything interesting there. Okay, it was nothing too important. Without warning, the light dies. Hey, what are you trying to pull? Don't mess with me like this. It's not me. What's going on? It won't respond. An icy cold shiver runs down my spine. I'm suddenly overwhelmingly afraid, like the dark force is trying to absorb my body. If I could just get the light back on. If we just had it back, I'd feel so much better. I had to switch repeatedly, sadly praying. The light isn't coming back on. Pain. My mark is throbbing. That noise! Hey, old man, now would be a really great time to get that light on. Mark is searing pain, but I struggle to keep hitting the flashlight switch. What happened? Did I faint? My head's foggy. The light suddenly comes back on. What? Where's Sho? Hey, Sho. I hear ragged breathing like that of a beast from a bush close by. I try to head toward it, but my legs won't cooperate. I'm frozen in place. The sound of a human being destroyed. Maniacal laugh brimming with joy. A man's death cry. Move legs. I force him into motion and head in the direction of the voice. There I find no one. But between the broken branches, between the trees and the disturbed dirt, someone had definitely been here. After that, I search the forest until the sky begins to brighten. I don't find Sho. Exhausted, drag my body to the car and collapse from helplessness. The whole ride back to Kujo Mansion. My ears ring with the horrible buzzing of bees. You're finally back. Looks like you were successful too. The mark's gone. Well, mine is, at least. My mark is still there. What does this mean? Let's see, Christy's hysterical, it's the same dialogue. Hey, Yashiki. What happened to the kid? Don't tell me. Mashida's glare feels like a hit. His face thunderous like a demon. All I can do is nod. Damn it. No, you can't mean... I was sure we'd kill Shimi-O. But when the flashlight went out, I know the voice I heard was his. Maybe Neri knows something about it. It appears that you overcame your fear and destroyed the spirit. But there was a victim. Yeah, we beat Shimi-O, but... what happened to Sho? Unfortunately, the spirit's festering grudge was not cleared away. That grudge then stole the life of the one who killed it, Sho. So the spirit got revenge. Normally grudges killing people would be impossible, but... then why was only Sho killed? I wonder if this dialogue would change if I got deaths previously. That kind of logic I should have been. I can offer a logical reason. The vanquished spirit could only affect those who gave the mark to. If that's true, then it's pretty ironic. That means I was saved because it wasn't Shimi-O who'd given me my mark. This is likely upsetting for you, but take comfort in the fact Lord Mashida's mark has vanished. A question. I get why my mark didn't go, but why hasn't Christy's? I thought she got from Shimi-O. The hypothesis is then incorrect, and I think it's the same dialogue from here, I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay, so that's the bad ending.